Anthrax formed in 1981 in New York City. Throughout the next 4 years, they would release 2 classic records and would eventually become one of the most iconic thrash bands in metal history. While hanging out, Anthrax would make up military characters and inside jokes about them. This led 3 of the members of Anthrax to start a side project band called Stormtroopers of Death. They would recruit Billy Milano to be the lead singer. In 1985, the band released an EP called Crowd Society North. It was just the band messing around in the studio. A month later, they would release one of the most genius masterpieces in all of thrash metal, Speak English or Die. Speak English or Die was a gnarly thrash metal album, and while the name of the band and the cover may lead you to believe that it consists only of military lyrics, only a couple of songs were military themed. They had other songs on the album about being pussy whipped and wanting to drink milk and other shit. Sergeant D is about Sergeant Death, who's coming to kill you. The song Speak English or Die on the album was an anti-immigrant song. Fuck the Middle East was an anti-Middle East song. My personal favorite on the album was United Forces. Some people rejected the album and called it derogatory towards other nationalities. Scott Ian came out in an interview in 2015 and denied this accusation. The band would tour in 85 and 86 when they released the album and would go back to working on their main band, Anthrax. Throughout the 90s and 2000s, S.O.D would tour on and off. Scott Ian of S.O.D stated that they wanted people who didn't get a chance to see them live back in the mid-80s to get a second chance to see them perform. In 1999, the band would release their next album, Bigger Than the Devil. The title was supposed to be a reference to the Beatles claiming that they were bigger than Jesus back in the 60s. The cover was supposed to be like Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. Bigger Than the Devil isn't as good as Speak English or Die, but it's still a solid album. Today, the band is no longer together. Scott Ian and Charlie Bennett are still in Anthrax. Dan Lilker's retired, and Billy Milano, the lead singer, has been in M.O.D, Method of Destruction, since 1986. Scott Ian said in an interview that people who thought that Speak English or Die was racist were stupid. But they might not be as stupid as he thinks, because this album can easily be misinterpreted. And I'm sure S.O.D was aware of that. I don't think the album is racist at all. They even put out a song called We All Bleed Red, which is an anti-racism song. But of course, people would rather talk about their offensive songs. Speak English or Die does come off as anti-immigrant. But if a band from the Middle East or almost any country would have made a song called Fuck America, there would be less negative reception and controversy. Speak English or Die was released in a time when bands could get away with making jokes like this. It's truly a product of its time.